The New York Times had pretty fair coverage of the bombings of Iran. It was actually kind of supportive. Someone told me that's because the New York Times is owned by a Jewish family. Besides being kind of offensive, it implies that nobody can do their job without first exercising their own vested interest. Public service depends on the public trust. How can we trust people when they're in it for themselves? We can charge them criminally and vote them out of office. The New York Times put out a survey about the paper for its readers this week. They wanted to know a lot about their readers, but they didn't seem very interested in learning what they think about the paper. The more they know about us, the more they can sell us. Maybe the New York Times and politicians should get out of the business of selling us stuff and back into the content business. Welcome. Welcome to Conservative Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. They say that we live in a liberal democracy, but does anyone really know what that means anymore? And does anyone even care? Few people seem to care about the bombings of Iran. In social circles, there were very few people talking about it. Reaction in the stock market was already built in. So now what? Back to business as usual. Most of us are trying to get on with our lives. We don't have a lot of extra time to save the world. Perhaps it's always been this way. Talking to young people, they seem to be having a harder time starting out than we did. Social issues and a challenging job market. When I started out, you could just go out the door and get a job. And you could scatter opportunities on the ground and they'd take root. Now it's like the city comes by and pulls up whatever you planted and sprays the rest with Roundup. We all had a bad experience during the pandemic. Wherever you are on the political spectrum, government overreach is hard to ignore. It continues in many forms, just repackaged for a changing marketplace. No one seemed to care about the bombings of Iran. The Ayatollah said it was just a blip. As 4th of July approaches, we can see it as bombs bursting in midair or just a bunch of fireworks. Whatever works for your own self esteem. The New York Times is losing readers, and everyone has a sense that something is not quite right. Not quite right in the world. We're not all that worried about the world, we're worried about us. The world will be just fine. We don't need to be the collateral damage of all their troubles. We can't buy your paper or vote for you if we're not here. If you would like to join us at Conservative Coffee Hour is every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I'll include my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.